Dear Goenkans, hope you're all fine. As I have already told you in the previous video that every Thursday we will be going with listening comprehension. After listening to the text, you have to answer few questions given at the end. Today's reading card is about a useful hobby. A hobby is something we do just for pleasure. We get an idea and want to carry it out. Sometimes we have to work hard, but we don't mind the work because we want to make something interesting and useful. Benjamin Franklin was a famous American who lived about 200 years ago. When he was a boy, of course, he loved toys and playthings. But when he became a man, he was still interested in toys. He was always working at some hobby or finding out something interesting. One day, when Franklin was 40 years old, a friend of his who has been traveling in Europe showed him a strange new toy. It was a round toy that spins around on a table or the floor. This top was made of glass. It was like fireworks. At that time, no one had ever seen anything like that. Magic! Cried Franklin. Let me try it. He laughed with pleasure when he rubbed the glass top and saw the sparks of light. I will have fun with this, he said. People will think I'm a magician. He got a glass marker to make him a top just like the one his friend had showed him. He played with this toy a great deal, but he also began to think about it. He wondered why light and fire came out of the glass. Thus he began to study electricity. He learned all he could about it. At that time, people did not know that lightning, the bright flashes of light that appear in the sky during rain, was really electricity. But Franklin began to think it was the same thing as the sparks he got by rubbing the glass. He wrote to many learned men about this, but they laughed at him. So Franklin decided to try out his idea secretly, without letting anyone know about it. He made a kite out of paper, sticks, and string. He and his son took the kite and went to a quiet place outside the city. It was a rainy day. The sky was full of heavy black clouds. There was a great deal of thunder and bright lightning. They tied a long hemp rope to the kite, and at the end of the rope, Franklin tied a key. He did not hold the key in his hand, but held a little silk string which was tied to it. The kite flew high among the clouds. When lightning flashed, they saw that light seemed to run along the hemp rope. The rope looked like a tail of an angry cat. Franklin knew electricity was dangerous, but he wanted to make sure that the light he saw was electricity. So he put out his hand and touched the key with his finger. Immediately he felt the shock of electricity. He knew that he had pulled electricity from the clouds. After this, everyone believed him. He has proved that his idea was true. He became very famous. People who had laughed at him admired him now. He had been brave enough to try out his idea and prove that it was right. Now, dear Goenkans, answer the following questions. First, a hobby is A. An idea. B. A job. C. Something we do because we enjoy it. Second, the glass top gave off sparks when A. It was spinning on a table or on the floor. B. It was rubbed with a cloth. C. It was tied to a kite. Third, after playing a great deal with the glass top, Franklin began to A. Learn about electricity. B. Think about kites. C. Think about making better glass tops. Fourth, Franklin carried out his experiment with the kite on A. A bright and sunny day. B. A windy, cloudy day. C. A stormy, rainy day. Last, when Benjamin Franklin touched the key, he knew A. That the sparks from the glass top were magic. B. That lightning was in fact electricity. C. That flying kites was a dangerous hobby. Learn words. Find words in the passage which best fit the meanings given below. First, feeling of joy. Second, was surprised and wanted to know why. Third, made up his mind. Fourth, not safe. Fifth, show to be true. Dear Goenkans, if you are not able to answer the questions, listen to the audio again, watch the video, and try to solve the comprehension. Thank you for listening to me.